hopefully things are fine. A little bit earlier, so hopefully our internet stays with us, right? Because boy, it hits 10 and it's like 30 degrees already here. Celsius. So quite hot. But hopefully the music's not too loud. We're gonna crack a mix, right? Uprising. And then Case of the Hunted. So there's still a few things I want from Uprising. Because I don't know. My mentality towards building Syndra is, I guess, a little bit different to what I've seen. I don't care so much about the dagger mechanics because, you know, it's inbuilt in Syndra. I also don't care about the general ninja stuff because I feel the value of just playing Draconic is just better. Because you got 3, you know, +4s is Draconic. You've got Uprising, you've got Breaker of the Coals, and you have Spreading Flame. And Spreading Flame and Breaker of the Coals can be higher than a +4. So, yeah. I need my Spreading Flames. Hopefully I find at least one. I think I still have 8 boxes of Uprising, minus, you know, the 2 that we opened today. But, nonetheless, let's crack into it. So I'm only interested in the M's, right? But Liquefy also not a bad one, especially for Fae. Again, if you're taking daggers, you can get to the chain links significantly easier. So, you know, Majestics are Majestic, and I believe taking the Cold Falls in the back, right? So Majestics in the middle, Cold Fall in the back. We'll have to look through the entire pile. Music too loud? I don't know, I feel like it's too loud. Too loud in my ears at least. We'll turn it down a smidge. I think that's off. Forgive me, I'm not much of a morning person. So, my brain's a bit out of it for now, right? Needs a little time to wake up. So wouldn't mind Phoenix Flames. I'm half tempted to see if I can get it working with Syndra, right? Because then you have so many chains. Breaking Point's also not a bad one, right? Yeah, it's budget CNC in either. I like more than CNC. I can't. No, because you've got the defense reaction denial, right? For CNC, that's why CNC still better. But I feel like it just at 2 costs doesn't quite fit. I don't think it's ever worth changing out the term for that. Phoenix Form, however, is fantastic, right? That's Fae's somewhat good draw engine. A little bit hard to land the draw part, but still a nice. What was it? 0, go again for 5. You played at least 2 Phoenix Flames, which doesn't seem that hard. Cool. Like the internet is a-going. Back. Yeah, so forgive the jitters and stutters. Don't control my internet or my region. Well, I guess I do somewhat. Not Rising Resentment. What was the other one? Golfing Flame Wave is also kind of curious, right? Because if it's fall, not bad. You can take it as yellow, so you can still pitch it away, and then the chance that it hits and you get that extra card, quite powerful. Well, I'm very tempted to take just at least the 3 copies, then mainly 0s. Come on. I think I have 2 Burning Flames. I have my pile up here of all the cards I pulled out for Syndra. Forgive the plethora of oaths. Yeah, 3 Uprisings, 4 Uprisings. Phoenix Forms. Yeah. So, I need to find 1 Spreading Flame. Would be lovely. But potentially not. Sorry. Very fiddly. Hopefully that's fine. Alright. Come on. And a cold foil. And side flip is actually not horrible. Right? As you go again, piece plus your arcane barrier. So obviously you can take Null Rune, but you know, you take Null Rune, you might as well take the ability to give a 2 or less base power card go again. Question is, what would you want to use it on? But as a common cold foil, right, comparative to what we're getting recently, definitely significantly better. There's an alt. No, there's a reverse. Is it alt art or reverse art in this, right? Or is it Dynasty I'm thinking of? The weird wizard card. I think it might be Dynasty. Double strike. Not that bad. Great for Benji if you want to still make use of Zephyr Needles in all their glory for a little while, right? Blaze Headlong, also nice enough to pull out, but we should get plenty from the Hunted. Nada, and nothing at the back. Favorite packs. Favorite packs are just so much fun to rip as well. Sidious Chill. Actually, kind of like it for y'all. As an aura that sticks around, right? Because you have a few Guardian auras that, want other auras in play. That's not bad, right? Put it in play, and then whenever you Ice Fuse with Frost Counter, they have to discard a card unless they pay 2. Especially against the Draconic decks. Might really catch them out. Right? Balancing is always a 1. Maybe sometimes they'll float a resource. Nope. And nope. So yeah, middle card, second last turn. Middle card, second last turn. I think we can do these a little bit quicker and get to the Hunted. Nope, nope, and nope, and nope. Rainbow Follow. I don't love it that much. But there is our third copy of Spreading Flame, exactly what we asked for. That is something. And it's still going to be quite a significant card. It's just so good in Syndra, right? Because it's automatically a 1 for 5 because you have your 2 dagger swings. Right? So, anything greater you can get from it, it's just good value. Tome of Firebrand, if only. Tome of Firebrand would just be disgusting in Syndra. Actually makes me curious how she'd perform, with Art of War, with Tome of Firebrand in Living Legend already. Because it seems like her base damage would just be absolutely obscene. Firebox is also not a bad pull. You like Vipox and Benji. Nada, and nada. We can hope for that second cold foil. We did get it. Pretty close to the top. Tome of Duplicity. Oh, fantastic. So actually, Tome of Duplicity is an interesting point, right? So 3 for look at the top 2 cards. Non-action card, you may play it as though we're instant. So it's basically Kano's ability, but you lose the card. So if it had a draw mechanic, where I guess you'd have to banish. Yeah. So you banish one card and you draw the other card. That'd actually be really, really good for Wizard, right? So you pay 3, you replace the card anyway, so that's something. Or at least it's just Kano's ability, and then banish. And you can cherry pick which card you want to save, which card you want to try and play straight away. Nada, and nada. Me. Wow, we're at plenty of Majestics. That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 already. So, yeah, can't really hope for another one. But you never know. Doesn't form Rainbow Foil. Still fine. What is it? Transform target Ash you control into just an Aether Ash Wing. Maybe not that great. Alright. Marvel Dragon in the last one. Man can hope. Otherwise, no Majestic. And back. feel like Fae being the two marbles rather than the two sets of Arachne, right? Well, to be honest, I thought it would be Slippy, Solitary, and Dromai. I feel like Fae actually would have done, or would have been quite sought after. I can't remember if Fae's already been handled though as a marble. Yeah. Do they hit Uprising? Yes, I don't think they've done Dromai. Anyway, on to the good stuff. Hunted. So, yeah. Better go spreading flame though. At least the play set. I will look for a normal, non-foil one. See if there's... Can I tune down any of the settings? Yeah, I can change the video format. Wait a sec. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Well, it should be a little bit worse, but... Exchange, hopefully no stuttering. Alright, the Hunted. So, I'm basically just hoping for, most of all, Bloodsplat Vest and the Dragon Booties. Although the Dragon Booties I don't think are as critical. I'm actually kind of going back and forth between Bloodsplat Vests and just taking tuning. Right, whether or not just the free dagger swing every 3 turns is better than the potential of 3 resources in turn for a really first turn. I almost want to build into just nice, cheap, right? Being able to do disgusting things. So, yeah. Still want one, because it looks sick. Ah. Any legendary. Even the Arachne Mask, even though I'm not the biggest fan of Arachne, or the Chaos Mechanic. Still be cool. Alright, so everything's at the back. Extinguish the flames. I do like the extended art treatment and the, the alternative art. What'd you call it? It's traditional art. Done by Carlos. Compared to, well, no, Miss Val had traditional and then goofy as well. But, it's nice thrown in here and there, certain cards. I wish it'd be on, more impactful cards. Because it's kind of really cool art to waste on draft order. Oh, well. Should separate the cards, but I don't want it to take all day. You know what? We'll look properly. We'll separate the commons, rares, and foils, I think. Right? Yeah. No, I'm not going to separate these. We'll do commons. Oh. Twist and turn. Twist and turn I do actually really love. So twist and turn is just going to be so impactful, I think, right? Because it really opens up Dagger Warrior. Because the main thing is just getting enough damage out of the daggers that it's equivalent to, taking something better. Yeah, so twist and turn, the fact that it pressures, and it's a 0 for +4, right? I like all the daggers being +4. I don't think they needed to be, but still kind of cool. Foils, rares, tokens can go with the commons. Yeah, I think that's fine. Let's see. Where's the rare? Rathe? Actually, I should pull that out because, well, I need at least one for a Syndra deck, right? And the foil. Alright, we have our system. To some extent. We just need the ends. Coming. To the points. +1 and +2 on a blue. Well, no, sorry. Not mechanic. Just a +2. Alright, great. Thrown wings and tokens. Silver Talon. I don't like Silver Talon. I don't know why this doesn't have Go Again, comparatively. Like, even when it's Draconic, it doesn't have Go Again. Yeah. Silver Talon, I think, vying for worst card of the set for me. Because it serves no purpose. I cannot see the rationale to take it. I mean, in Syndra, sure, I guess you want to take Mark, build Filthy, just to get the extra Hurl, when you have access to Hurl, and what's the other one? You have 2. Pearl and... God. It's something to do with point, right? I'm sure we'll find a copy. And then you also have Burning Blade Dance as well, which is significantly easier, and it gets to go again. So yeah, Silver Talon's just so weird to me that they didn't print go again on it. Blurry Stance is also really nice. Cut from the same cloth, and of course, Silver Talon, since we're, complaining about it. I guess a 0 for 4, but no, it'd be a 0 for 4 with conditional go again. It does feel like, on average, Guilty is costing you 2 cards to generate, most likely. Nada, foil, and some nadas. Now, this box has not been going great. Where are my Majestics? Demonstrate Devotion, right? Has the 2 and go again. 1 for 4, we go again. Compounding Anger, though, is something I do really like, right? Because I think it's easy enough to pull off in either Syndra or Fang. Just a nice 0 for 5 for your finisher. Your turn seems really good. Foil and nada. Pickup point is not the one I want. There we go. Nope, up 6 and run is not either. Alright, there's our first M, Art of the Dragon Blood. Really, really exciting, but I just don't think you need the cost curve for it. Because again, I think taking Fealty and Mark to try and generate it as Cinder is a bit too slow. So, here's a nice M, but I think it's an unnecessary M. Move everything down a little bit. And just a foil. So, if this is attacking a marker, it's like +1. Does seem like Rathe's very hell-bent on marking. Need to look into what everyone's taking for Slippy. It feels like that style of card just diminishes everything you want to take. Take up 2 rares. I don't know if you necessarily want to mark, right? Because you don't have any inbuilt payoff. Add Slippy to mark it all. It's just high-value stealth cards and attack reacts. You're just banking on the 2. 2 with, 1 buff, 2nd buff, something like that. More Silver Talons. Blech. Deep. 2 tokens. Disparity in our pulls for this box. Twist and Turn. I definitely do want playsets of Twist and Turn. You take it in all? I think you do just take it in all. Frustrating a potential extra swing. And then the blue just a pitch. Or then late game, the extra swing is really punishing. Cool. Well, I tried, but my internet just doesn't want to commit. We back? Let's see. I'm hoping in winter everything's fine, and it is literally just the heat. We're back. But it is a tad annoying having moved to a place with worse internet. Went bad internet to good internet to back to bad internet. But it looks like we're back. Oh, onward. Alright. Well, there's definitely a shiny M for that. Nada. It's up there with Silver Talon as worst card of the set. I'm so curious what went through their mind and went. It's the blue instance. We gotta just make its ability bare minimum, right? Like it's been built around the fetch mechanic, but it's not great. Sharpened Sense, on the other hand, is good, right? So +1, and then if it's greater than twice its base, gets go again. So yeah, useful for all weapons, but obviously daggers, since it's just a instant turn go again for the whole turn, is fantastic. Loyal tokens. I do really like Sharpened Sense. Plus, you know, +2 on your daggers at the very least. So yellow, 0, +2, and go again. Pretty decent. Decent stat line. Cut through, put off your bone, and take a stab. Now, mysterious bubbles. They're not growing or changing, unfortunately. Sister of Fire, I don't actually like this play if you control 2 or more chain links. Right? Because they're not anything great. Right? You're not getting any sort of benefit. If it was 0 for 4, sure. You can't keep them all you want. But it being a 0 for 3, right? That, you know, again is gated behind setting up 2 chain links, which I know is not the end of the world for Fang, but yeah. Strains, Break of the Coals is what we really want, right? We like Spreading Flame, but obviously you don't get the hits. It's an instant, which is nice because you can play it in the react step, so it's good for Fang or Syndra. But yeah, the fact that this is basically a Draconic just 0 for 4, most turns, is good enough for me. Foil and no. So still missing the cold foil. Still missing a handful of M's. Nada. More Silver Talons. To the point, +3 into a +4 if the condition is met. Again, fantastic. Poison Blade. Do like it. I do understand it. Don't think it's for me. Right? Again, it's the 1 cost for 5, which I guess is fine. It's the same curve as Spreading Flame, but it doesn't actually, you know, achieve any breakpoints. The problem. On the daggers, a +1 achieves, you know, getting over armor on a 3. It doesn't even affect a 3. You buff the daggers some other way. You know, then you get over a 3 block. That was the wrong file. Point, or talent, there we go. Alright, Sound the Alarm. Interesting card. I don't think we'll do anything with it. What's the search mechanic? Search for a defense reaction card, and then put to the top of your deck. It's kind of nice game, the defense reaction, guaranteed. Oath of Loyalty, however. The sole reason that I am thinking just stick Draconic for Syndra. So yeah, a 0 for 4 has to be the first thing you do on your turn. It's fine. Right? And then go from there. I think it's value. Cool. First expansion slot card, we get Burlock. Very interesting card, but it does kind of seem like they just shelved it by making it Chaos and then not doing anything else with Chaos. Fortunate. Granted, it is the type of effect that I don't necessarily think it should be in Fab. Right? I don't think we should have anything that complex. Rare. Yeah, kind of got me. So, full border, but unfortunately, no. I'm glad the cold foil of the art card was, you know, just a pre-release. Alright, display loyalty, up sticks and run, points, and our cold foil is. Oh well. I think anything that's, you know, really just draft limited should not be cold foil, right? The Vengeance set is just because it just has no desirability, right? I guess it looks coolish, but at least even the Frog set or the Red Velvet or your third one, Assassin Ninja, yeah, no, that's the third one. Right? At least they can have potential use. Another Record of the Coals is our foil and an EA, which we do like. Drop of Dragon Blood. So, yeah, that's a beautiful card. Right? Even though the extension is basically just the background. Still looks superb. Go up there with the actual pulls, right? Better than the cold form. More exciting than cold form. And obviously an auto include, right? No matter what. Well, it's a bit punishing if you draw it on your opponent's turn, but comparative to other instances, it's not that bad. It's still just a one cost, right? Get rid of card, find something to block with. But obviously you really want to save it for your turn. Get your chain links and play it for free. Res, Public Bounty, and nada. So I think we should still get, you know, one or two more Majestics. Feels like we're a bit behind. Let's see. What can we find? Nada. Oh, Dual Threats. Dual Threat is very interesting for Ninja, right? Because an O for 6, definitely exciting. Puts your dagger to 4, which is exciting. Puts, you know, probably to a 6, right? So that's also exciting. Only issue is that it breaks the chain. This was an attack reaction. Yeah, that would be superb, right? So grand in so many people, but you know, it's kind of a little bit more designed for assassin and warrior-ish. I say ish for warrior. For Fang, because you can take the draconic attacks, it's a bit better. But I do kind of want to mess around with it in Syndra. Yes. You'd have to, you know, work out if you can still get your 3 draconic chainlings, and then I guess break it, play your last thing. So what, you'd have to... No, there's no real good way, because you'd swing, break, swing, double attack, flick knives, get rid of the other dagger, whip, right? And that still leaves you with 2 cards, so you'd have dual threat, but then you've lost the other card to pitching. So I don't think you could actually manage dual threat. But still an interesting M nonetheless, and it could have really good upside, because it's, you know, one of the highest statted cards that we've got in a while. Right, Mark the Prey, nada. Alright, last pack for the first box. Nothing to blow us away, unfortunately. Down the alarm, got sticks, and a display loyalty. No goodies in the back. Right. So I'll keep the foils out. And I guess I should keep the res out. I definitely need to tuck the commons away. Most of the pile will just get way too big on my desk. Alright, we'll recap our pulls. And then go on to the next box. Just once. Legendary. I don't have to go fishing for it later. Alright, so far. Gauss and Runeblood, which is nice. Power is better. Power. Dual Threat, interesting. Needs a little bit something, right? The classes you actually want to play it in. You know what? Ira probably loves it, right? Drop of Dragon Blood as an EA. Definitely nice. Vow of Vengeance as the cold foil. Yeah. Spurlocked. Cool card. Shelved in Chaos, in my opinion. Oath of Loyalty. Definitely do like. Sharp Sense. Definitely do like. Anaphylactic Shock. Another meh. And Art of the Dragon Blood. So, yeah. Average pulls, I'd say. Right. Nothing grand, though. Okay, box number 2. What can we find, right? Variety of items is what we really want. By the time I open all the cases I've got, should hopefully have the majority of playsets. That's the goal, at least. seemed to work out for Rosetta and Mistveil. What was it? I think I did 5 cases. Generally gets you the pulls. Another Rathe. Decision is the foil. And some tokens. And there's some really standout M's if we can find them too. You know, like Shelter. I still wish they, would take all that into account. They could have easily, doubled the print rate for Shelter, I feel. And it'd still be a pricey M. But, it'd be understandable because it's a generic. So, there's more people vying for it than everything else. Twist and Turn, Poison Blade is the foil, and nothing else. Nada, nada, and nada. Oh, show me the M. Got through. So the red is what? A 0-4 with go again? If you've hit with a dagger this combat chain. Because that's not, when you play this or anything like that. You can flick in the react and it still gains the boss. Correct? But there we go. That is an M we really want. Perforate. Ridiculously static card. So a 1 for a guaranteed additional swing is already really good in Warrior, right? Then you also have your attack cost 1 less to activate for the entire turn, not just the next swing. So that upside can get really disgusting, especially in, say, Dorinthia. And then you have just draw a card as well, right? Replace itself. Maybe you find a 0 attack react so that you can play it straight away, right? And you get +3 additional swing and the discount for the next swing. And then you hit Asdori, so you get 2 more swings, and they're both free, right? Yeah, Obscene card, definitely need a full playset. So I can try out Dagger Warrior as a Syndra. But you still want it as Bang as well. Rares, foils, and tokens. Oh, another M. What do I like to see? First Dance. Whittle. And Loyalty Beyond the Grave foil. Very, very interesting. Oh, and a Retrace. So Retrace, very interesting. Combo still needs a lot of love though, before it gets off the ground. But Loyalty Beyond the Grave, right? The potential to draw with it is fantastic, and the fact that it's defense reaction. Bang, love it. In Syndra, again, I think it's too slow. I think if you're blocking out damage, you're not playing the game as Ninja or as current Ninja, right? Because you just have so obscene base damage and pressure if you have Master Momentum that it feels like you just want to keep your foot to the pedal. You're gonna win if you let up. Opponent's probably gonna win. Granted, there's obviously still really bad matchups. There's that's going again. Back. Maybe I should just record this and upload it. I think I can do. Unfortunately. 2 res and a point. Back-ish, yeah. It's so annoying. Like, we're in the green, I can see it, and then all of a sudden, drop down for like a second. And it's the heat. Gotta be a heat. Because the internet here is good. It's a new area for the area, right? So it actually has NBN, which is our fiber optics here in Oz. That's nice, but apparently not. Alright. Mark the Funnel Web, Ring of Roses. Definitely an interesting card to play around with. I wish it wasn't, limited to the first time, because then you could do really obscene things with it, but I get it, right? Even at 1 a turn, right? It's absolutely justified why it's legendary, because you can just get so much value over the course of a game with it. But yeah, Just being able to, set up 3 of them, proc endlessly. God. Do some crazy life gain shenanigans. Nada. Poison Blade. And Yarn card. So it just lists the set. Why? Why is this in here? Right? Instead of the heroes being not Majestics. Curious. I mean, I like the hero art cards from Rosetta. That would be nice to see. But I noticed they're the gem card protector, right? The one that sandwiches the good cards. Nada, and a dice. Nice, good value. 1 for 1, so it'd be a 1 for 3 on red. Yeah, so it's still that full. The question is, like Blade Flurry, I think it's awful in daggers because it puts the daggers to 3 and 3, right? Whereas dice would put the dagger to 1 and then, sorry, to 2 and then 4, which seems a lot better than Blade Flurry. For daggers. Emphasize for daggers. Cut through, throw dagger, another crazy card. Right, here you go. Cool. Did this have the draw? So yeah, the fact that, it's basically a +1 in terms of damage, right? And then Syndra loves it because you want to break your daggers. And then you get an extra card, which, might be an extra attack. Very nice blue, and you need the blue. So in your late game, right, after you've pitched that around a few times, then it becomes really strong because, it's essentially a red because it's 4, right? Again, guarantee that hits, but you probably want through your opponent's prevention unless, they're illusionists. So it's going to hit. You're going to get that card, and then you're going to, just swing with a +3 or something. Take up the Mantle, also a nice card. Alright, +2, +3 if it's marked. Is the banish is only if it's marked, right? Attacking mark your own set, get +3, and you may banish, yeah. So 0 for 2 on yellow is okay, but the mark mechanic is where you're at. Right, convert a normal stealth card into like an infiltrate or something. Definitely a lot happier. Nada. Calming Breeze is an interesting card. Next 3 times you would be dealt damage this turn to prevent 1 of that damage. Is that good enough? Right? To run by itself? Because obviously Delta is the same thing, but you have the flexibility of being able to still block with it or get the effect. Definitely a nice rare. And it helps so much with the blocking too. Yeah, I do like it. First in turn, a bite, a bounty. Where's our Coldfall? Where's our legendaries? Where's our marbles? Where's our Command and Conquer? That's what we really want. More rakes, power stance, sticks, and some tokens. Find the what's the other retrieve one? The attack. Interesting, right? Because it's the 0 for 3, pay 1 to retrieve, right? Which seems good, but then you start going through the value. Well, you're paying 1 to get a dagger. If I then want to swing with that dagger in the same turn, I have to pay another 1. So I'm paying 2 for a 1, right? So I'm paying 2 for a 4 with go again. Whereas up 6 and run being a +4, right? You're paying 2 for a 5. Seems better. Whittle, pick up, and for the realm. Right. 2 okay boxes means there's got to be a really good box in the case, surely. Nice cut. Tip off. my big stack of commons is getting in my way. Just pack them away. I do think, though, the dependency on mask and flick, maybe they should have been reprinted, right? Just, generic variants. I don't mind there being 3 iterations of, legendaries. It's when there are 2 iterations of cold foils that feels bad. Bite, Hunt's End. Do I like Hunt's End? I guess we'll read it and find out. So Hunt's End. Players only control 3 or more fealty tokens to then get a +4. Obviously having the extra 3 copies of a +4, that's a draconic reaction, is nice, right? Swing for 6. As Fang is definitely something. You have to control 3 or more fealty tokens, so if you get it early, it's such a dead draw. I wish it was, +3, and then if you have 3 or more +4. As a Majestic, that feels a lot more appropriate than a dead card. You get it too early. Just pitching a red in Fang or Syndra definitely feels like just a bad turn. Well, I think I see a gold border. Imperial Seal of Command, I do like. Again, it still feels a little slow to actually make functional. Demonstrates. Nuts and beautiful. Right, Rainbow Foil, it's fine. It is a blood-splattered vest, right? For our Syndra deck, let alone any other ninja we build. Yeah, so again, comparable to 9 rounds with a tunic, but you have the flexibility to use it back-to-back or consecutive turns, right? Which is the big thing. Whereas tunic, you use that and you have to wait 3 more turns. So, yep, I'm happy. There's our Bloodsplat Vest, there's our Legendary. Now all we're missing are the Dragon Legs. Then I have a Flick, and oh god, it took me ages to find a Mask Momentum here in Australia. So that should come, and hopefully it's decent condition. Better be in decent condition. I feel like they could have done crossover though, with the Dagger React Ninja Warrior. Been interesting. There are no Ninja Warrior cards. Crossover is literally just Draconic. That would have been interesting to see how they handle class cards that run in both. I think Outsiders, what was it? It was Assassin, Ranger, and Ninja? Was it Ninja in? Yeah, it must be Ninja, because Hurl and all that are joint. So, that's interesting, but Ranger doesn't quite fit the mix. Right? We did get really good Assassin Ranger cards, though, out of it. So, invented better stuff. But whereas the Hunted, right? Assassin basically being the blending of Warrior and Ninja at the moment. It feels a lot, more well-rounded as a set. Alright, cuts. Fire and Brimstone. Definitely do need copies of that, though. And Tenants, and then our Cold Foil. I don't really care if I drop it or bend it. Blade Beckoner's Boots. Definitely better out of the 4 armor sets that we have. Why? Why is there 4 armor sets? They wanted draft to be fun. But I feel like the armor's not that impactful. Most of the time you're just throwing it out as whatever block it is, rather than using the actual effects. I mean, I'm sure someone's won or changed a game with Arachne, against Arachne, I should say, using the Vengeance set. But yeah, I don't know. Alright. Another box down, 2 to go. So, we got a Legendary. That's the main thing. Alright. Box number 3. I should probably start packing away the rares and foils. put the commons near. Alright. So what are we hoping for now? We got Bloodburst. I'd love a Syndra Marvel. I think I want to play Syndra most of all. But, you know, I'm still pretty much happy. If I get another Bloodburst, I'm still happy. Still need quite a few M's though. We need Blood Runs Deep, right? That is an M, is it? And the Long Whisker Loyalty. Long Whisker Loyalty is definitely an M. Need playsets of those. Not it. I missed an did I? Yes. Spinnerets. Yeah, it's kind of nice, right? With your dagger. Don't think there's enough of the cards, right? You're at 18 in total, and I don't know if I really like Whittle. So it feels like there's a little bit more variety. Taking the 1-cost dagger, but then you also need marking for the 1-cost dagger. Got through. Play. Burning Blade Dance is good. And then Cold Foil already, which is something. So Burning Blade Dance foil. Yeah, it's nice enough. Right? Definitely like it for Syndra. And then Tremor Shield Sabatons. Flexible enough, but, you know. We just had to get quick dodge flexes in the same set. Bell Guardian definitely likes the Sabatons. We'll have to wait and see what the Mastery does with Velda. If Velda gets an adult, then things are afoot. Literally. Alright, nada, and nada. And well, you see it, think extended art, and it's just the Hunted logo. Plus, it's the wrong side for it to be extended art, right? It's on the back. Spinnerets. Razor Reflex. Throw yourself at them. Chain Reaction I do like, though. So, throw yourself at them. Again, you have 2 variants of Pearl, which is fantastic, and then we got the Silver Talon. Just seems awful. I feel like Silver Talon should have been a bit more broader. Razor Reflex. Been out-competed, hasn't it? I guess the Go Again is what you really want. Tempting. I'm curious to try, like, Zoo Confident for the defense reaction shutdown. But then you need the Go Agains. There. Bites. Cuts. Cuts. Put. Nothing. In other words. Another Fire and Brimstone. Too bad. It's legendary. Oh, now we're going again. There we go. Oh, save the Bloodshed, though, is interesting. Blessing. Nada. So, save the Bloodshed. Tower comes back. There, and hopefully it freezes like that. The next attack gets +1, so 0-4 is already fantastic against Dagger. Right, love it in Warrior. Love it in Assassin. Right, and then the next time you hit a marked hero with a dagger this turn, so it's open-ended. As long as you get the dagger across against a marked hero, you get to draw a card. So, yeah, what they're doing with draw is definitely very interesting. And I think they've found a way to balance it. They are still a little strong. In Assassin, obviously, that drops off because you're not going to get that many dagger, but you do have Flick, right? So, does Flick clear mark? It must, right? Because it counts as a dagger hit. Yeah, Flick must clear mark. So yeah, you flick your dagger, you get a draw. Right? Easy enough. As Warrior, you're just trying to swing a whole bunch. This is the new foiling as well, isn't it, right? Because on some cards it looks so good. But I also got to say it is a lot closer to cold foil thing, right? Like it's not as rainbow. I think we're almost at playsets of Twist and Turn. Is what we want. And then we see more Silver Talons. Yeah. Let's just pick the spot for a little bit, right? When this attacks hero, if it's Draconic, you may have target dagger you control deal 1 damage to them. So, you know, okay. Attack, it's not hit, so that's fine. If the damage, then the normal flick mechanic. So it's a 0 for 4, which it's fair stats, with the chance of proccing your dagger. Problem is, it's stuck behind being Draconic, and you don't get go again. So you're investing at least 1 card to Mar, right? So that already brings the stats down. You're losing stats on the Mar card, most likely. And now you're losing stats on Silver Talon, because you have to play the fealty. It's just, we have her, we have the other one. The other one is a common card, right? This is a rare, weirdly. It seems backwards. It seems like that should be the common, and the other one should be rare. March is also another interesting one. Trade fealty token 0 for 4, so that's definitely nice, right? Tempted to take it in Fang, but I think you want enough attack reacts. That you'd rather have just a +3 on a dagger than have March of Loyalty. I'll cut through, boom, and some stabby. Bubble to surface is definitely interesting. The more I think about it, the more I actually do like it for Fang. Right? The fact that it counts as you react and you can still fish out, hopefully, another one. Knife through butter. More Silver Talons. Under the trapdoor. I like them trying to... Oh, and another EA. Again, I'm not a big fan of the requirements for Hunt's End, unfortunately. Token. Foil. Alright, so under the trapdoor, right? Guard this. Banish target trap from your graveyard. If you may play this turn. If it points to the graveyard this turn, set banish it. The idea is you can double dip with the trapdoor ability, right? It's nice. It's either you're pitchable for a turn, or in a snap you can just discard and play a specific trap. Whether or not a specific trap is just better. I would have liked to see more traps, right, for Arachne. Majestic. But yeah, it feels like Assassin's quite too busy to care about any of that. You got Mark, you got Stealth, you got Contract, you got Traps. You've got, yes, the Chaos stuff now, right? You've got daggers. Yeah. Bit too much going on for my taste. Flame tokens. Twist. Nada. Nice. Better blade for the roof for daggers. Going power, plunge, and then finally. So we're 3 boxes in, and here's our first adult hero. Again, I guess, it's just what we live with now. Just be tokens. They've literally shown that they have plenty of slots to slot it in as a token. Got in like 4 hunt cards, the art card, right? So you could literally put them there, and I'd have my adults. think that's our playset of Rake as well, which is nice. Right, marked. Yeah, so you have the little ones, which are fantastic, right? Because you definitely need plenty of mark and fealty. You then have big mark, which could easily be an adult hero instead. With the graphene dagger. Right, so you could have done double-sided Cinder and Fang, and then have Arachne be with the spider dagger. Right, that would have worked. Down the alarm, bites. Road claws. 1 for 5 if you play a Draconic card. That's intriguing. I do like how they've just made Draconic better Tigers. Just a lot more flexible. Points. Ah, beautiful. That's what we want to see. Prowess of agility. Whoa, again. I'm starting to think this is just too slow, right? I mean, you still want it because it's the blue pitchfork. But taking the turn to set it up. The only scenario I would set it up is if I drew 2 blues, right? And this would be the better one to play on that turn. But yeah, easy enough to maintain now with all the dag stuff. Then just a +1 in eventual turn. Right? Basically stockpiling card to have a really bursty turn. Up sticks, silver talons, killer, another. Agility stance. I don't actually think it's that necessary anymore, right? I really liked agility stance when we first saw it, but you just got so many easy ways to get go again. It's a death though. Crazy card. And just crazy potential depending on what they print, right? It's one of the cards that they will always have to keep in mind when designing stuff now, which is a problem, right? Because usually those types of cards, bans. 3 stance. Nice. Foil, right? I like it. Set up for the additional swing. The fact that it's both weapons get a swing is what's really, really outstanding about it, right? Each dagger. If it was weapons, and you can take it in axes. Oof. But 2 daggers getting an additional swing is still very nice, right? Basically a +2 with upside if you have, ongoing buffs. Nada. Engagements. Bobbles. Right. That wasn't awful. Haven't had any, aside from the legendary, outstanding pulls though, I gotta say. I mean, the fact that we hit 2 EAs, right? The Hunt EA that special? It's kind of hard in my brain because you got the drop being a EA, where it's, through the border, and then you have the other EAs where it's just stretched a little. But I assume they're both in the same sort of rarity slot. I do wish it was a slightly different card. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it does see play in Fang. Alright. Well, that means we're on to the last box of the case. Wonder if we can find anything left. No, I think we've got a decent assortment of ends. Alright. Show me CNC. Oh, finally. Blood runs deep, right? Must have in Syndra, definitely. Just so powerful. Although, kind of detracts from Flick, right? Having blood runs deep turns, because then I doubt, you're going to re-equip and still get rid of another deck. Maybe you do. Maybe you just, you take a little bit extra push, and then you start your next turn with only 1 dagger. And it's basically swing with a dagger, break the chain, play 3 Draconic, get your 2 daggers back, have a slightly weaker turn. But you really want to keep up the aggression. The nice thing about it, right, is if they block it, you still get the chain link hit, right? And that's the big thing. To play around with daggers is to get the chain link hits that you can pressure with mask. Jagged Edge. Good damage prevention. Right? 1 for 3. Okay, stat line. But then, yeah, damage can't be prevented. Ooh. Where you can swing and clear. There's still not enough of it in the game, right? Again, take 3 copies of it. What's your chance of finding it, the moment you actually need it? It's a bit slim. We want rain? That was literally called Rainy Road. Yeah, this is a bit more just ambient. Alright. Show me the M's. Nada. Definitely should have placed it with the res by now. Nice. Compounding Anger. Not along. Trot along. Your next attack with 3 or less this turn gets go again. There's just significantly better ways to do that. Unfortunately. There's like a +1 and go again? Yeah? But no. It does seem like we're getting a lot of just draft filler cards now. Like, more so than ever. Especially the armor. Another Douse in Runeblood. I don't play enough Runeblade to know if that's fantastic or not. All I can think about is, like Florian. Trying to go nuts with Runechant Generation for a turn. And just swinging with that. Because it's just, yeah, when this attacks, right? Equal to the number of non-attack action cards you played this turn. So, the fact that it's, create the Runechant on play, and then, if your opponent doesn't block it, you get the proc. No. So it clears... How's Runechant work? I always forget. Runechant clears as soon as you go to attack, right? Not when you actually hit. Otherwise, you just stockpile it endlessly, and it just be this ticking time bomb for your opponent. Warcry of Belenar. Target Rodan gets +2. Wish it was weapon, but oh well. And then the really cool Reflect mechanic. I'm interested to see how useful that is, but, nice enough. If it wasn't just weapons, it'd be insane. But maybe across the board we are getting more weapon focus. In Heavy, you can see that being utilized in Warrior, right, instead of just Guardian. Definitely wouldn't mind equipment and weapons being a lot more valuable across the board, as in terms of play. I mean, monetary great as well. Well, there we go again. And it's a double M, so okay. Cut through into Tarantula Toxin. Not bad. No target card. Spending attack with stealth gets -3. Again, I wish the 2 daggers paired a bit better. Right? Oh, there we go. It's fine. I can still talk. So yeah, if the crappy Mark dagger had stealth, I'd like that a lot more. Just slow, or is it cut out completely? No, it's just slow. Oh, and another Perforate, which I definitely do like. Come on. He's still dropping frames. Yes. But there we go. So yeah. I feel like the token, not token, the Fault Dagger should have been better. The offset Hunter's Clave and its destruction effect. It should have just had stealth. If it just had stealth, I'm a lot happier with it. Nice. Hunt's End, point of engagement, and nada. Willow. When it attacks a marker, equip a graphene. Don't think it's strong enough, to be honest. I mean, do you really want the daggers that badly? Again, I feel like, you know, as assassin, you kind of forego daggers, in a sense, right? You just take 2 Hunter's Clave, and that's it. And you're just getting the mark when you hit, rather than clicking. And then you don't have to worry about taking any of the re-equip, or the graphene artillery, however you say it. Nada. Silver Talons. Silver Talons is the one card I'm going to get the most sick of seeing. Actually, that could be interesting. To, like, top 10 worst cards of the Hunted. See how bogus my takes are. Very much enjoy when people point out uses that I completely overlooked. Because, you know, at the time, I just don't read properly. Alright, first half. The box. Nothing fantastic. Come on. Just the goods. Nada. Klloo as a nada. Laylo's kind of interesting. That hero is marked next attack this turn gets -1. I wish it was a bit more open-ended, so it's kind of... What do we have? We have Fog Down, Dense Blue Mist. This round's on me. Will always, you know, just be the fantastic one as a -1. Considering it's for the whole turn. Nada, and nowhere. But yeah, why is throwing stuff at them common when Silver Talon is a rare? There. Let's go there. Also like the idea of the conversion mechanic, right? So Art of the Dragon. But, again, I feel like it's just Chloe trying to set it up and go for it in Syndra. You just want obscene violence. Drop of Dragon Blood. We already got the EA, so good, but unnecessary. Come on. Another Legendary of Marvel. Make this a great box. Nope. Interesting card. Right. Revert something to Draconic and get a +3 on your following turn. By turn destroy this, the next attack this turn is Draconic. So it won't get consumed just playing attack action cards. Next attack is Draconic. Attack this turn is Draconic. But I like that, because you could take Quicksilver Dagger and Obsidian Firebane, and then with that, you could make Quicksilver Dagger. No, but you wouldn't want to attack with Quicksilver Dagger first, because you don't have the go again proc. So it doesn't really matter. Interesting use, but again, just doesn't mesh with what you actually want to do. You want to swing with Obsidian, get Obsidian, it's go again, and your Quicksilver gets it go again. Otherwise, Chainlink-wise, right, having Quicksilver be Draconic for its first swing would have definitely been nice. Rotten Remains. Also an interesting idea. Question is, how many procs do you actually get? So I kind of wish this was just a opponent rather than every opponent. Because for UPF, it'd be really fun to, you know, tag team and just set up a whole bunch of 1 attacks in your graveyard so that you could just KO with Rotten Remains. So when this attacks, you may banish a card with 1 power from each hero's graveyard. If you do, it gets +1, and you can repeat it endlessly. So, you know, potentially it could be astronomical. The nice use of it, right, is Dagger Destruction. Because you can banish any card, it doesn't have to be an attack action card. You can banish daggers with 1 attack from, you know, each hero's graveyard. It's against Ira, right, or any other ninja besides Syndra where the dagger retrieval's a bit slower. I guess it's fantastic. But again, the events that have to line up, you have to find Rotten Remains. They have to end with daggers in their graveyard. I think that's easy enough to play around. Bites, twist and turn. 2 sides of the blade. Oh, running low. One more good pull. Right, there's a handful of Majestics I'll be super happy with. Break, Sigil. Not the EA. It does mean we got 2 legendaries. We got Command and Conquer. So I'm very curious what this variety goes for. I know that the EA is obviously really, really grand, but I think the art, personally, is better than the OG Command and Conquer, right? TCG player. Let's see if there's. I'm sure there's some listings, but it will drop post pre-release. Command and Conquer. Not extended art. Alright. So, yeah. It's above the white. It's currently above the normal, but it should. Well, no, because they made it legendary, which again, I feel was stupid. It should have just been a Majestic. Because the legendary rarity is enough for people to just go, the legendary should be worth more than the original variant. Right, aside from obviously Rainbow Foil First Ed. But still, right. It's equivalent to Command and Conquer. It will do unfortunately absolutely nothing to ease Command and Conquer for everyone else. Right, so it misses the mark. You could have had the Rainbow Foil Chase variant all you wanted, and then you could have done the normal variants and still made it nice. Oh, we did get a M Cold Foil. Problem is, it is Mechanologist. It is exciting. Okay. We got the null time zone in Cold Foil. I mean, it's better, definitely better than getting, the jank equipment. So crank the centers with 2 steam counters at the start of your turn. Move a steam counter, right? So it's either end your turn with it or get it for 2 turns, right? So end your turn, get it for 2 turns. We'll get it from 2 turns from the turn you play. When the center's arena name card, the name card can't be pitched or played from hand while this is in the arena, which is definitely nice. Right? It's a good shutdown if you know what you're doing. So, yeah. I like cards that have, really high level of play. Once you have a proper understanding of what everyone wants and runs and needs. But it can be a bit limiting. Unless for certain you know it's in their hand. Junk. Also junk. And nada. Well, lucky last, but at the very least we did get 2 legendaries. Right, we've got a Command and Conquer. Fortunately not the EA. Oh well, I can't stick it next to my Dynasty Command and Conquer. I'm pretty sure that to me is just the playable variant, right? It's so good nonetheless. Right, demonstrate and take a stab to end off. So, yeah. Very good case. Right? Do we get a shelter? I don't think we got 1 shelter. Let's see. So, yeah, null time zone. One of the cold foils. Command and Conquer is one of the legendaries. Definitely still nice. Decent assortment of M's. What's any standout? Kiss of Death and the Prowess. Right, they're definitely going to be good M's. Hunt's End at EA. I don't know if it's just. So obviously the Blood Drop comes in. Rainbow Foil, normal, and EA. Hunt's End come in. Saving Bloodshed is definitely good. M. Chain Reaction, interesting to play. Tremor Shield as another Cold Foil. So we did alright with Cold Foils. Blood Brackener's Boots. Blood Splatter Vest. Another Hunt's End. Throw Dagger. Good. Wants to be on the grave. See. Extended Art. Cold Foil. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't think we hit any of the real big Majestics. But good nonetheless. And then, yeah, Cold Foil wise. What did we actually do? We only get 3? No, we got 4 Cold Foils. We still hit 4 Cold Foils. And we got 2 decent Cold Foils by way of the expanded stock cards. So we get 2 legendaries, 2 EAs. I'm going to count as an EA, right? But the Bloodspite Vest. Definitely better Command and Conquer. I say Command and Conquer is still being run in like Syndra. I don't see its value. You don't have a way to. Here we go again. Actually, do kind of if you can convert to Draconic. Still not enough. I don't think you're weighing 2 costs. Because getting a 2 cost, right, off of Mask Momentum means you're just arsenaling the card. And that, to me, is devaluing Mask Momentum a little bit. It's in the name. You're using it to maintain your momentum. But good nonetheless, right? I have already opened a case prior to this, and nice enough, these two, to get me with both fangs, interestingly. Which is good. But, so one box of Uprising to open. So let me pack junk away. All the commons and tokens can go back in the box. Then I'll keep the rares and the foils. Foils, still for the record, again, I have this giant ass pile of commons here. And then foils, not so much. So foils across the board. Still devalued. I'm very curious if the new foiling technique will make people love them enough. Probably not. I still don't even love them enough to actually play. Just rather normal variant. I'm running out of space. Another haunted box. I'll keep them aside for now. Take them up here while we do the Uprising box. Actually, I do have a pile of them somewhere. I take out the foil embs. Do we get? What foil embs do we get? We got a Perforate, a Warcry. Is that it? Loyalty. And Anaphylactic Shock. That seems kind of low. I'm getting 4 foil embs. Alright, Uprising. So, I don't think I'm looking for anything else. Right, obviously, Flamescale Furnace. Flamescale Furnace must be dropping, because it's just not necessary whatsoever. Flamescale Furnace. Should have sold it. Actually, I think I only have 1 copy. If I had 2 copies, obviously, sell the extra one. When it spiked. Oh, it's still sitting somewhat high. It hasn't dropped off completely. I would expect it to drop off completely, because I don't think you're taking it. I don't think there's any rationale to take it in either Fang or Syndra. I guess the tempo, maybe? At least you have some better block on your chest. Alright. We find in our Uprising box dragons, right? We want dragons. Dragons are still fun to hunt. Good dragons. Not just 8 Ashwings. I am in the middle, so it should be somewhere there. Oh. And then a cold foil at the back is what we're looking for. And where's my... I'm straight in the box. Again, should probably be pulling out the foils. Okay. Stroke the Flames or any of the Phoenix Flame support. I do kind of want to look into. But Mounting Anger. Mounting Anger is actually a good one for me, right? So it's a 1 cost 4 in red that gets you a +1, so it's a 1 for 5. So, and it's easy enough to get the whole chain links. You do have to hit with it, which is the only issue. And we're going again. I'm going to have to look into moving the internet. And Golfing Flame Wave, also kind of interesting. Even in the yellow. 2 for 4. Pressures, an extra card. Seems nice enough. Maybe worth taking a crack in Syndra. Stop dropping frames. Where's the res? The res. Nada. Almost 2, I can't. Even the recording is just going to be awful. Oh, I guess I go just back to videos when they're streaming. Oh, 5 brand banned. Still on them, so we still take it out. What's the ratio? So control 4 or more. Come on, chain links are easy enough with daggers now. Draw 2 cards. You're paying 1, using 1 to draw 2 cards. So it's technically neutral, but you float the resources. And easy enough with your dagger swings, right? So pitch 1 blue, you got the 1 resource left over, you get to 4 chain links. All of a sudden, you're plus 2 cards. But, see, in that scenario, isn't it weaker than Command and Conquer? Command and Conquer is straight, just pay 1 extra resource for 6 damage instead. Well, no, because you're not paying any extra resources, and say you get 2 0 cost 3s. Right, it's the same damage to Command and Conquer without the Command and Conquer effect. Time to mull over. Combustion point, target Draconic or Ninja gets +1. You may banish non-equipment defending card. That do anything? It takes off the chain link straight away, doesn't it? Right? The banish it. That's good enough, I suppose. Maybe that's worth to get the Master Momentum hit across. Oh. Dud. Quelling Sleeves as our cold foil. Quell being weird. If Quell was, like quick charge flexes, where it's until the end of turn, Quell would be great. Cracked Bobble as well. No M. Oh, it's not a Bobble, it's a Dragon card. Close enough. Oh, another Combustion Point. Foil. Might have to play around with that. For its utility. I keep skipping past. That all you got, though, is good. Right? So when spending an attack with 2 or less power, when the combat chain closes, draw a card. Whilst defending an attack. So if you buff a card plus past 2, does it still count? No, because defense reaction too. Wow. Is that not flexible enough? It still seems great against Syndra. Bang, I don't think you could use it. Nada, and nada. We still hope for one more cold foil. Or a Marvel. M, and nada. Come on. Something. Anything. I don't even know what the top Majestic is in the set. Suppose I can look it up quickly. Let's see. Uprising. Race Face. That has to be something. Hey, Race Face. When it hits a hero cards and tokens they own, lose all class and talent types until the end of the next turn, which definitely works against Arachne. Yeah, it's a 30-ish dollar Majestic, which is great. Works against Arachne and does definitely work against Bang and Syndra. Oh god, that denies loyalty. Filthy. No, well you can still keep filthy by generating filthy. But the fact that you lose all Draconic typing and you can't play a Draconic card is definitely strong. So, is it the best M in the sets? Yeah, it is the best M in the set. Not facing some of the dragons too. Nada and nada. Nope. Running out. One more M. One more decent M. What other M's can we grab? What's slash want? Burn them all is definitely not it, unfortunately. Burn them all once per turn when a dragon control attacks. So burn them all with the new legs is kind of interesting. Beating end phase, put a race counter on burn them all, then destroy it unless you banish a red card from your graveyard for each race counter. Not too hard to upkeep either. Then the fact that, give a dragon an extra swing. Definitely interesting. So that all you got is the next best Majestic, which we also got. Fog Down. People still not like Fog Down? Go again, Denial on non-attack action cards. Right? So, although the problem is, like, Rathe Over the Coals is now an instant. I think there's a fair few instants. It's actually not that disarming to Fang or Syndra. Alright, second last. It's us. No M. Or Quelling Slippers. They look nice enough. And lucky laugh. Pack of the box. Find anything at all. M? Not an M. Dragon, though. And not an M, unfortunately. In the back. Ooh, crossbite. Oh, wow. I think the erase face and the... That all you got. Definitely good enough, though, for the box, right? Alright. There we go. 100's out. Go enjoy. Go play your games. But we'll leave there. Enjoyed? Yeah. Awful internet today. Out of my control. Unfortunately. Perks of living in the country. Nonetheless. Hope you enjoyed. Anyone watching posts? Hope as well if you sat through to hear this. Thanks. Anyway, I'm out.